This is the new topic from this chapter, weathering. Till now, a lot of times I have used this word weathering, the weathering factors, everything. So now we are going to know about the definition of weathering, what it is. Weathering is a process which involves a mechanical disintegration. Mechanical, that means it's also termed as the physical. Nobody will be worried about the meaning of the mechanical. That means it's also the physical process or the natural process, physical or the mechanical, okay, disintegration, and the chemical factors or the reaction, chemical decomposition of the earth's material, which primarily rocks, which is influenced by the various elements of weather and climate. That is called weathering. This is an in situ process. If I am writing over there, there are two kinds of processes. The first one is in situ and the second one is ex situ. In situ, that means, you will remember this trick, inner situation, that means those plants or the animals which are situated in their own place, through which places we will go to reserve those animals. That is called inner situation, or the where their main shelter is. And ex situ, that means exterior situation, that means in which places now they are belonging, from that places they are also taken away to another places to reserve those. That is called the ex situ. So that is the difference between in situ and ex situ. Okay, that is the difference between in situ and ex situ. I think all of you understood. So in situ process occurs without significant material movement, distinguishing it from erosion or transportation. A variety of geological, climatic, and topographic and vegetative factors influence weathering. Just now we have finished the vegetative factors, with climate playing a crucial role. Yes, in everything, climate is also playing the main role in every formation of the landforms. The depth of the weathering mantle, the nature of the weathering processes can significantly vary from one climate to another. So weathering encompasses three primary types. The first one is chemical. Just a minute. First one is chemical. Second one is physical or mechanical, just now I said. And the third one is biological. So it interact but may display the dominance of one type of certain conditions. So three kinds of weathering we have. The first one is physical weathering, or you can term as mechanical weathering. Third one is chemical weathering. Second one is chemical weathering, and third one is biological weathering. So what is given in example? An example of weathering is a gradual breakdown of rock. Yes, which faces on a mountain due to the temperature fluctuation. Sometimes we can see in the summer season, the water is present inside the rock surface. But when it coming the night, when it's also becoming in the winter season, we can see the ice turns into the water turns into the ice. And in the day, the turning of the ice into water, and in the night, the turning of the water into ice, that becomes a pressure, creating a pressure inside the rock surface, and where the freeze thaw action we can see for the physical weathering, which causes the rock to crack and eventually break up apart. Okay, between the rock surface, if the water density is going to be increased a lot, then the rock's going to be cracked down. That is happening. That is also an example of physical weathering. Now, what is given for the revision? What we have learned from the above paragraph? The definition we have learned, which is mechanical disintegration or the chemical decomposition of the earth materials. In situ process we have learned, which is on site without the material movement. Just I have explained this process, that without moving the elements, we can reserve these resources. Third one is key influences, like main influences: weather, climate, geological era, topography, etc. Climate's role, it's also a major role which is happening inside the earth surface. Type of weathering, like chemical, physical, and biological. Three types are there. Interaction and dominance, that means it can have a dominant processes and real life example. Just now we have learned the freeze thaw action. All of you remember the example freeze thaw action which causes the rocks break down or the mountain faces.